Here we go. I'm finishing up my Lana piece. It's been a while. I actually had this finished, I think, back in June or July. But I haven't had the chance to sit down and actually edit the footage and record. So now that I have a little bit of free time, that's what I'm doing. So I'm working on the eyes right here. And this photo is from her latest album called Lust for Life. And it's the cover image, I believe. And this pose is actually kind of hard for me to like pinpoint the details and like the relationships between the elements on her face, her features. Like for some reason I had trouble with this. And also like if you're an artist, you probably know what I'm talking about when I say that a smile with teeth is pretty hard to draw. So you have to try to not make the teeth look too like dark when you do your lines, otherwise they look like they have mangy, I don't know, meth head teeth. It's gonna look gross if you don't control how dark or light it is. But anyway, yeah, I thought she still looked a little bit funky even after adjusting some other elements. So like I kind of started over a little bit here. Like I redrew her nose, and then right now I'm just working on her mouth, and it looks a lot softer than what I had previously and a little bit closer to what she actually looked like. So yeah, I'm just working those pieces. And she has a really pretty smile in the photo, so I just wanted to make sure I captured it. And yeah, just redoing some details, moving things around, redrawing things. Yeah, I already mentioned like this took me a little while and I had a bit of trouble with this. And I was getting scared that like my computer would run out of memory because I was recording this and my hard drive was already like running low on space. And I was worried that like it would stop recording in the middle of like whatever I was doing. Like, but it turned out okay. So after a while, I was, pretty satisfied with the face, at least satisfied enough so that I wouldn't be bothering going back to it, back and forth. And then I worked on the hair a little bit. Then I went back to the face, added a few details. Now I'm shading it in, just using default Photoshop brushes. Nothing special. And I'm just darkening up the hair. I love this hair color. And fixing some details on the face. I was actually just now comparing the two sets of nose and mouth that I had done to see which one was better, I guess. I think that's what I was doing. It's been a while. And yeah, just adding some more details, some texture, and softening up the brows. Moving things around. You can see it's getting closer to the actual image. It's so funny, like my my thought process when drawing, like just now I saw that her jaw was looking a little bit too wide, and at the same time that I thought that, I had went ahead and changed it on the video. So that's mostly how I work, is like I just look and adjust and see what works and if it's getting close, and just constant, tweaking and rearranging some details. Yeah, I want to train myself to paint how other painters do when they start out with just like chunks of color and blocks and then refine it down to like the most, you know, the most subtlest of details. Like my brain doesn't work like that. I'm a fan of line work first and foremost. Like, I think I get, you know, relationships between lines and details. Shading, I'm still working on, you know, values, and I'm not the best at it, so I'm not the best at coloring either. But yeah, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to practice and do better. I'm trying to up my game, guys. So I was working on the background just now, and then I added some kind of texture to darken up some spaces between the Lanas and the triangle, like where they connect. I was trying to like add some, like, I don't know if I would call it shadows, but just like dark textures to add some emphasis on those like corners. And now I'm like trying to figure out like a good pattern or a good texture, a color, a little something for the background. So I didn't like that. The flowers, so I went with this like subtle topography type deal. And then, so here's my graphic design background coming into play. And I love using text with art. I think it just brings a whole nother dimension and another element of communication to the piece. So here it is being edited for color, and I added some tropical florals there. And that's really it. That's the final image. So I didn't want to color her in. Maybe I will at some point, but for now I'm considering this complete. And I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. And yeah, that's it for this piece.